Oops. Okay. They, however, had one problem. They had lost two comrades in this fight that were currently aiding the enemy. Rhizanthium, the powerful mod corrupted by your friend's grasp, and Pygo, the lowly king who had agreed to a deal oblivious of its consequences. If the players wanted to fight your friend, their former friends would stand in their way. With a heavy heart, they proceeded. They arrived in Valoria, ready for a fight. The players called out to their enemy, challenging him for one final duel. Your friend appears, alongside his two comrades. All-out war. The players fought with all their strength, all their power, all their strategies. They seemed useless. Your friend did not only seem like he was unaffected by the humans' efforts, he was bored. He started planning an attack. The players began realizing the situation they're in. He became too powerful. They had to retreat, but where? Your friend had gained control of this world. He had gained control of their friends. They looked around, the deteriorating ruins of Valoria, and that's when they see it. The open rift, standing over the center of the town. If they could use the rift to somehow throw your friend out of this timeline, if they could gather the power of space-time continuum, then maybe they had a fighting chance. But this was risky. They had no idea what the power of the rift entailed. But for all they know, if they go in, there's no guarantee they'll ever get out. Not even mentioning the fact that there's no guarantee the rift will even help their situation. But out of options, and with no one finding out the solution to contacting Art, they decided to go. The players entered the rift and were transported into a new dimension. A weird-looking tunnel invited them to walk along it until they found a new portal to go through. As they entered it, a sense of familiarity filled some of the players. A cramped town filled with buildings, floating in midair, all encapsulated in one gigantic boat. Anchorage. The players realized they have successfully traveled through time and space and begin walking through this abandoned town of the past. There you have your first picture in the chat. They then begin seeing the town. That beautiful town is starting to get corrupted. Pieces of the town are disappearing in front of their very eyes. They run towards the other side of the town, and they see another portal. They look at the town with tearful eyes, and they bid their goodbyes to this beloved land as it falls to pieces, and they walk through. They're back to the weird-looking tunnel as they begin They're back at the weird-looking tunnel as they begin traversing through it, now fully aware of the path they must take. They go through yet another portal and land in yet another familiar location. They see the post office, the tents covered in snow, and a wooden porch where they see the snowy view. The Season 3 spawn. where everything began. Second picture. Also, Pygo, can you mute yourself? I can hear a little bit of your mic flipping.
Oh,
The season 3 spawn, where everything began. Once again, everything around them starts scrambling, and the players rush to find a new portal. Once they do, they continue their journey, leaving the spawn behind. The players discuss how your friend must be the reason all these locations are corrupted, and if they go back far enough to a time where your friend didn't exist, then maybe they can be free. They go through another portal and land in a mechanical town full of gold and rust. The town of golden gears. The players exclaim in happiness as they realize your friend was never present during this time, so they must be safe. Then they notice it. The city starts crumbling down, just like every other place they had visited. Defeated, they go through another portal, landing back at the tunnel. The players are confused. Maybe your friend had grown stronger than they thought and had access to worlds that prefaced his own existence? They had to keep going. They go through once more, this time landing in a land of snow and delicacy. You guessed it, the land Snowspire. The players looked around in hope, but much like all the others, the town starts scrambling, and they find themselves rushing towards a new portal. They carry on, going through a portal that lands them in Dragheart, the dark wooded land that most had forgotten. But it too crumbled before them as they left. They go back to the portal and back to the tunnel and reach one last portal. This one seems different than the others. It has a sense of finality to it. They go through it and reach an empty, white void. The portal they had used to get there disappears. They hear your friend's voice. It's over. You've reached the end of existence. There's nothing to go back to. I am more powerful than ever, and there's nothing you can do to defeat me. Enjoy. Sincerely, your friends. The players hear an explosion. They look behind them. and the server closes. That's the end of the season 4.